Okay, so let's get right into it here. This is continuing coverage of the final round. I'm probably not going to be able to finish this off in one sitting again, or in... It's going to take... Not this sitting. It'll take me another sitting as well, so if you're interested in seeing the final parts of this, I guess you'll have to wait till a little later on. Maybe Friday night I'll be able to get to that, but... I'm going to try and get through these middle holes before it's my bedtime, and I apologize that I had to cut it off a little quickly the other night. But I had something come up, and I needed to get off of here. Hello, Steve. So, we're back to number 9, par 5. It's a tougher hole for a par 5. And we've got Dustin Emmerich and Gil Granbury. So before we get started here, let's do a quick reset of the leaderboard. Danny Gallatin, Rudy Wallace, they're 4 holes in to their final round, and they are still in the lead. Carson Riddell had a share of the lead for a couple holes, and then he bogeyed number 5, and so he sits 1 back. Justin Wallace had dropped the shot early, but then got a birdie on 5. So he's actually 2 behind right now. And then 3 back, you have Aberley and Summers, and then you have a group at -8. So let's widen it back out here, and let's go. Dustin Emmerich at this par 5. He gets extra control, so he's got this. The course only has 1 degree of control here for him, and he rolls a 1-2-2 par 5. This should earn him at least a moderate birdie chance. 1-2-2 duffer, no. He's not utility, and he's not a hacker. It is a moderate putt for birdie. He needs a 1 or a 2. Moderate birdie putts are a 33% chance. So exemplary conditions means that the moderate putt, if he misses it here, it will, instead of easy, it goes to gimme. And he does miss it with a 3, so he will now take a gimme par chance. The only way you get this is 3 6s come up and on the roll, and he pars it. So he's 1 under par on the front 9, which he is at -8, still has not really emerged yet. He's had a couple of rounds where he really plowed through in the final round, but he has yet to have that happen for him in this one. So 3, 4, 5. Well, Granbury's going to earn a red chip as the gallery will groan at the 3, 4, 5. And so on the par 5 with a 3, is he a master? He's not, so he'll have polite applause, and he'll be just trying to kick around a par here. So the polite applause, 6. He's going to need a difficult putt for par here. 1 to 3, and he does make it. So he is also 1 under par at -8 on his front 9 as he closes it out. Okay. Back to the friendly par 4/8, 354 yards. Not really drivable, but it is a birdie hole. The length is not going to bother you. And Rance Aberley will be the first to play here. 2-4-6 for him. His control with the white 1. He's not a duffer. He is a champion. He'll get an easy putt for birdie. And hi, Jerry. And he's going to risk it here. He can get to -10 and hold on to that blue chip. He needs a 1 to 4, and he makes it. So Aberley, 3 under par so far, and he jumps to -10 right in the thick of it. Now Gareth Leonard, -8. Been kicking around here so far. 1-1-6. He's not a duffer. He does not have the soft quality, so he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Now Gareth is going to hold on to the blue chip and try to get a 1 or a 2. And it's a 4. So the moderate birdie turns to a gimme par. I can. So Leonard remains at -8. Back to the par 3 7th. Not too bad of a hole, but if you do succumb to the course, the green ends up really coming into play here. So it will be Ji Woon Ko, who is at -8 as well. And it will be a 1-3-5 on the par 3. He is not utility and not gilded, so he will have a golf cam green. Challenging green here, that's going to potentially harm him, and it is challenging. He's going to need a clutch putt for par. So 1 to 3, and he gets it. So the low numbers have been coming up here so far. He'll earn a blue chip for a clutch putt made. Now Heath Summers. And he will take a white 6 par and earn his second blue chip. He'll stay at -9. He's 3 back. Okay, so back to a par 5 6th hole. It's a easy hole. Potential for Justin Wallace to maybe get within 1. Rodell maybe to join the lead again. So it'll be Wallace first. No dot, so the white 6 is not going to afford him a birdie. Instead, he will take the tap-in par, earn a blue chip, but that's going to be a par on a hole that you might want a birdie. He could have attacked the green, but without blue chips in hand, you're probably not going to gain much from it. So here is Carson Rodell, the #1 money guy on tour right now, and he also gets a white 6. And again, he will take the blue chip, and they both miss out on an easy hole. So back to 5, and your leaders, Gallatin. See if either of these guys can start to break away. They've both just been treading water so far. And that is a... So according to the rules, when you get a white 6, if you get trips, you then play that as a special result. So we're going to do that since the golfer does control. So we will do that on a par 4. We get a special result roll, trip 5s, and so let's re-roll this on the special results chart. 13, blown birdie putt prompts irritating comment from the gallery, moderate putt for par, and stormy the rest of the round. So Gallatin does make his par, but he is going to earn the stormy designation, and probably won't bite him, but you never know. Here is Rudy Wallace. That'll be 13. That'll be in the bunker in 2. So Rudy's one of my custom cards. Still have not had a custom card win a Tenacious Tour event, but he's in the thick of it here. So in the second shot with a 2, is he sandy? He's not, so he'll have an easy putt for par. And so him and Gallatin should both, barring some kind of a whack roll here, will keep the share to lead. Okay, to 11. Semi-daunting hole. Par 4. Lots of course control. Normally daunting, but this is dumbed down because of the exemplary conditions a bit. So we'll see if... So Messick and Aldrich, they're at -6. I might go into the quick rolls eventually here with them, but they're still within let's see, 6 shots of lead. So here's Messick. And it's going to be 56. That'll be golf cam course, and no dot means it won't be daunting. Green 2, par 4. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. So it'll be an easy par putt. And no problems there for Messick. Evan Aldrich. That's in the bunker in 2. So coming out of the green side bunker, Chunky, he's not, so he'll have a gimme putt for par, and he should. They're not gaining ground, they're not losing ground. So, yep, good par. Okay, back to 10. Pesky little par 3 here, Dustin Emmerich. 23, in the rough, off the tee. Green 6, he is a master, so it will be an easy putt for par, and he'll avoid the bad score, most likely, and he does. See if Gil Granberry can be so fortunate. He gets control of the hole 4, 5, 6. That should be golf cam green by my remembering that. Yes, it is. Golf cam green 4. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3. If he can get it, he loses the red chip, and he does. So he'll remain at -8, and there goes Mr. Red. Thanks to the 2 of you who have already hit the like button. If you could hit it again, I would appreciate it. Or not hit it again, but those of you who haven't yet, if you guys could hit it, I would also, it would warm my heart. All right, here's Aberley. 2, 3, 4, par 5. It is not a direct green, so, and he is not gilded, and he is dynamic on this hole. It'll be an easy putt for birdie. And he will not chance it this time. He will use the blue chip to try and round out the front 9 here with another birdie. That'll make it gimme, and it's in the hole. So a 32 on the front for Aberley. He moves to within 1 of the lead. Gareth Leonard. Oh, and he gets course control in the bunker. Off the tee, can he rally from the fairway trap? He's not chunky, so he will have an easy putt for birdie. And he's going to hold on to the blue chip. He needs a 1 to 4, and he gets it. So 34, not a bad front 9 for him, but compared to Aberley, he's come up a little short. Okay. So to 8, it'll be Cohen Summers. .36, that'll be another sand and 2, and a green 6. Is he sandy? Okay, well, Co has the semi-sandy quality, and the dot is there, so that will help him out. He gets at least a double difficult putt for birdie. He can give this a whirl if he wants. The thing about taking a double difficult birdie putt is if you make it, you earn a blue chip. So he needs a 1 and a dot for that, and he doesn't get it. So that leaves a difficult par. Actually, it leaves a moderate par because of the extra click for it being exemplary, and he is there. Okay. Summers. Well, that's going to be 35. Golf cam course. This should equal a birdie here for him one way or the other, as long as he can navigate the putt. And so he's got gold putting. This should be... Well, this is kind of a trap, though. So let's see. Semi-cordial, no dot. Oh, boy. That's going to hurt him, actually. I thought this was regular cordial, but it's semi-cordial, and he does not have laser. So he is actually going to have to make a clutch putt for par. He could earn a third blue chip, but again, this is kind of a trap because if he rolls a 6 here, he loses one of his blue chips, but he gets another one as he pars it. The decider die does him in there. Justin Wallace, -10. A lot of guys just kind of playing tentatively right now, and that will be 35 golf cam course. And this is going to mean it's going to be more difficult unless it's a clutch putt. So 2 on, well, par 3 and a 2 on the golf cam course. It's not cordial, it's not daunting, so that's going to be an X moderate putt. So moderate, 1 to 5, and no problems for Wallace. Now Carson Rodell, and Rodell, boy, this is one of those where you have a choice, because if you attack the green here, it's a moderate putt for birdie as it is. He has a blue chip. He could make it easy, but you're still chancing it. All right, Riddell, he feels like he's treading water, needs to jumpstart his round. He's going to go ahead and try. He's going to attack the green here, turn down the free blue chip, make this an easy birdie putt, and he makes it. So Rodell joins Gallatin and Wallace in the lead for the moment. Pressing there a little bit and turning a not so great tee shot into a birdie. Okay, so now Gallatin, stormy now. Will be at the 6th. This is a scoring hole. Maybe they can get back out in the lead a bit. 1, 3, 3. He's not yeoman or puny, and he's not a hero, and he's not a hacker. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He needs a 1 or a 2 to take the lead outright, and it's not going to happen. So moderate goes to gimme on exemplary conditions, and that will be a par. All pars for Gallatin. Wallace now. 2, 4, 6. Is he a duffer? He's not. Utility, no. Not a champion either. So it'll be the right now chart, and he is plain old neutral. So right now, par 5, 2 on the green die. He's not hot, so he'll have a difficult putt for birdie. Needs a 1. He's going to go ahead and roll it out, and hits in the hole. Rudy Wallace takes a 1-stroke lead over Rodell and Gallatin. A nice roll for him, made possible by the exemplary conditions where the putts the greens are much easier red as far as the speed goes. Let's go ahead and just show you the up close here of the leaderboard at the moment. Wallace in the front, Gallatin Rodell -12, 1 behind, Rance Aberly 2 back, Wallace 3. Thank you all good people who are here, and those who are watching after the fact. It's been a busy week, and it's not going to get much easier, but maybe Friday night there's a little opening, maybe. Green is semi-friendly, but in basically a neutral hole otherwise. Sharp dogleg left with trees on the left and large fairway bunker on the right. Second shot has a slight downhill slope, which is generally helpful. Connor Messick first, -6. They have 7 holes left. They're 7 back. If they can't birdie, then we're going to take them out of contention. And well, he's going to attack the green here. So this is a par 4. He's trying to make something happen. Has a blue chip. Might as well go for it. Going to re-roll the white die, and it is a 2. That's a difficult putt for birdie. He'll use the blue chip to make it moderate. Needs a 1 or a 2. And oh, he does make it. So Messick with a birdie on number 12. He's able to sneak one in. Evan Aldrich. It's going to be 16. That's in the trees. Off the tee and a 5. Evan Aldrich is not a master, so he's going to have a difficult putt for par. This may be it for him. Needs a 1 to 3. And oh, he gets it. So, but I think unless he is able to, unless Wallace bogeys, I will very likely take him out of contention. Back to 11. It's going to be Emmerich and Granbury. Emmerich first. Oh, and his second shot, it's floating in there, but it's going to catch a little too much air, and it's going in the water. 36 for Dustin Emmerich, and that is going to, on the par 4, that's going to be a trouble spot for him. If he had had the white 4, it would have been his control, but instead the white 5 means it's course control 36. So in the water and a 4, it's a set water second shot 4. Well, he is a champion, so after drop, sensational drive to the green, decided I bullet in the hole for a par. It is a bullet, so we're going to go ahead and give him a par. So there you go. Gets a little break there, and Emmerich does survive the water. And now Gil Granbury. Granbury's like, why don't I ever get that luck? 2, 3, 4. Par 4. Not a direct green, and he is dynamic. He'll have an easy putt for birdie, so maybe he will catch a break here and birdie this one and move up to -9. Yes, he does. Back to 10, it will be Aberley and Leonard. Aberley 2 back now as Wallace birdied. And so here is Aberley, 4 under on his round so far. Could really use a good shot in here. Oh, and he gets it 225. He gets a white 1, which keeps it on his card. And so 225, is he utility? No. So it's going to be Golf Cam Green. Green 2 is going to, I think, give him an easy putt for par since it wasn't course controlled. So can he make the easy putt? Yeah, it's in there. Now Gareth Leonard. He's going to use the blue chip and take control of this. One, 2, 5. Let's see how that spins it for him here. He's not a hacker, so it's going to be experience check, green 2. He's an icon, so he will be in good shape there. He will have a gimme birdie putt. So, just has to avoid 6s and... Oh! That is not the roll he was looking for. That was a bad... little bit of a spike mark in the green, and he misses it. So now a gimme par. And oh boy, well, there's 5, 5, 6, but he pars it. But that's a shot left there on the course. Okay, Summers and Coe will close out their front 9. Coe first, par 5. Now 46, that'll be Golf Cam course, so par 5 and green 6, not daunting. Coe is not scatter, so he will have a clutch putt for birdie. And he will apply his blue chip to make it 1 to 5, and he makes it. So he is 1 over on his front 9, but he gets himself back to -9. Whoa. Handmade scoreboard is a little squirrely sometimes. Tribe fan, things are good. Things are very, very good indeed. So Summers got 3 chips right now, and it's going to be a 3, 4, 6 on the par 5. Let's see what that brings him. He's not a bomber, he's not utility, and it's not a firm green, so it'll be Golf Cam green and a 4 friendly, no challenging. Nope, it'll be clutch putt for par. Could earn another blue chip here, 1 to 5, and good enough. 1 under par on the front for him as he closes that out, but he's got some chips to spend, so you get a green 6 with the right roll, he might be able to improve a situation there. Okay. Carson Riddell, 1 behind. Smelling blood. It's been a good couple of weeks for him here, and in the rough off the tee. Green 6, is he a master? No, he's not. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par. That's not going to work well for him. He's going to try to make it. Needs a 1. He would earn a blue chip if he makes it, but he's going to get a 2. So that leaves him with a moderate bogey, and he makes that. Right, no blue chip. Now, he's kind of floundered around here. He's back 2 behind now. Justin Wallace. With a white 6, and he's going to take his second chip for a par. All right, the leader, Rudy Wallace, birdied his last hole, and he is to the challenging green at number 7, par 3. Oh, but he's going to, it's course going to control it. That will be Golf Cam course. He's going to have that exclamation mark influencing it potentially. 2, and it's going to be a moderate putt for par for him. It's neither cordial nor daunting. So a moderate putt for par, and Wallace makes it. And now Gallatin. That'll be 1, 3, 6 on the par 3. He's not hero, and he's not dynamic, so he can't get that easy putt for birdie. Instead, he's going to end up with challenging Golf Cam green. 3. Yeah, it's going to be a clutch putt for par. He is semi-gold. He bought that with his choice quality edition. 1 to 4. And he does make the par. Avoids a bogey. Okay, so not a ton of change here. Let's just zoom her in for a second. Right at the half-hour mark in the video, we should be able to get through the check for emerging contenders. So 13 now. Another par 3. Whoa. Fairly narrow opening from tee to this green, or from the tee for this green, can be problematic if the golfer goes long. No water, but you've got 3 degrees of course difficulty. And let's see. 6 holes to play. Evan Aldrich, we're going to take him out of contention. So Connor Messick will continue. He's 6 back with 6 to play. Messick, it's going to be course controlled 24. That's in the rough. And a 6. He needs a master. He doesn't have it. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. He's got to make this. He needs a 1. Oh, sorry, I forgot to zoom out there. And doesn't get it. So now a moderate bogey. And he's going to drop back to -6, and I'm just going to go ahead and take him out of contention as well because he's way back. Okay, it's a 12. Granbury finally gets a... Well, he's had... that was his 4th birdie on 11 of the day. And 34, Golf Cam course. Green 4. It's probably going to be might be a clutch putt for par, actually, now that I think about it. Nope, it will be easy. Easy par putt. No problem. Oh, and I forgot to roll out on 13, Evan Aldrich. That's a neutral... 3 will be a par for him. Okay, so Emmerich. Golf Cam course. Well, Emmerich, no, he's a extra control, so that white 4 gets him a chance to play it off his card 2, 4, 6 on a par 4. Well, the champion's going to give him an easy putt for birdie. So could have a chance to gain back that shot. He parred that hole out of the water, so he does get the birdie. So he moves to -9 again. He did bogey a hole there somewhere. 7. So 11. Yeah, Aberley is still 2 behind. This is not the hole you want to make up a shot on. Not one you expect to make up a shot. 23 rough in 2. Green 5. Master. No, he's not. It's going to be a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1, 2, or 3. And he misses that, so that's going to be a gimme bogey. And he doesn't struggle with that, but that's his first bogey on the day, and that might change the momentum for him here. We'll see. He was going pretty strong there for a while. Here's Leonard. Yeah, he's going to take that par. White 6. Not going to look the gift horse in the mouth. Back to 10, Coe and Summers. Coe first. Yes, birdie 9. Doesn't have any blue chips to use. He's got to avoid the water. And 24 he does. It'll be in the sand trap behind the green. And it will be, well, I have to add the exclamation mark. 6, is he sandy? Semi-sandy with the dot, he is. That'll be a moderate putt for par with the exclamation mark. So 1 to 5, and it's good for Coe. So he hangs in there. Heath Summers, he's going to spend a blue chip here, take control of this hole, avoid that exclamation mark, and avoid the water. And 113 on the par 3. He's not a hacker, so he has a moderate putt for birdie. Summers is going to let it ride. Hi, Joaquin. 1-2. Can he get it? Yes, he does. A birdie for Summers. He jumps to -10, and he's still has 3 blue chips to use. So, well, we've got 2 more groups to get through, Rodell and Wallace, and then I'll just give another real quick mention of something that we talked about earlier. So Justin Wallace at the 9th. Well, that's going to be 36. That's in the trees with his 3rd shot, so he's going to have to get up and down out of the probably pines. I don't know. And a green 6 to boot. It's going to be, he needs to be a master, and he's not. It's going to be double difficult putt for par. He needs a 1. And he misses that, so now a moderate putt for bogey, and he misses that, so it's going to be a gimme double. And that is going to be, for Wallace, a ++ on my score sheet. That's going to be 38, 2 over par, and he's going to drop to -8. That is a costly hole. Par 5, you expect to be able to make a birdie maybe. And it'll be Rodell. 11. He is in the sand in 4. Oh boy. Here is a case where things are just unraveling for these guys. 2, is he chunky? He's not chunky, so he will have an easy putt for bogey. So he's got to avoid 6s, and he does. But a bogey for Rodell, and he closes out his front 9 in pretty alarming fashion. 37, and he drops to -10. So seeing a little bit of space here created between Wallace and Gallatin and the rest. All right, so it will be Wallace first here. Rudy Wallace in the lead. Hi, Dave. Greetings to you, too. Let's see what he can do here. And he's been getting some lucky rolls. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Does not get the dot, though, so that may... Because 1, 2, 3, when you have control, it means golf cam green. Par 4 green 2. It's not friendly because the decider die isn't helping him, so he's going to need an easy par putt. Not too bad. And that's good. So Wallace will remain at -13. How about Danny Gallatin? Well, he's going to earn a 2nd blue chip and hold on to a par there at 8. Okay, so just to reiterate what had happened with Rodell earlier. He started his round with 5 red chips, and he was able to come out of a rough. He is leading the points at this point in the playoffs, but he's got some work to do to get back in this, or he's got to ask for some help from Wallace and Gallatin to make their way back down. Okay, so after this go-around, we will be able to do our emerging contender checks. And so 3 degrees of course control, a long par 4, 467 yards. Tough to make par here unless the fairway is hit well. Typically, the golfer's second shot is a long one, thus a long par 4. Well, these 2 guys are out of contention, so I'm going to roll 2 dice. White is for the first to play, which would be Aldrich. The second will be for Messick. Neutral hole, and so 6 on a neutral is a bogey for Aldrich. And then Messick second to play. He gets a 1. That is a birdie. So they'll flip for next time around. All right, so now Granbury at the 13th. And he's going to take a par. Not a good roll as far as attacking the green on the par 3. So, and now Dustin Emmerich. He'll take control, 255. Well, he's not a hacker, so it'll be experience. The Icon is going to get a gimme birdie putt here, and he should be able to jump up to -10. Lurking around there, it's going to be a gimme birdie putt. Got to avoid the 6s. I've already seen that roll once, and it's good. Emmerich. Let me double check here. 1, 2. Started at -7. 9. Yep, up to -10. 3 shots back. Hanging around. Got 5 holes to play. If he could post a score -12, that could raise some eyebrows. Okay, so it will be Gareth Leonard at the 12th. And it's 56 in the sand in 1. Par 4 and a 1. That should give him a wow roll, unless he's got chunky and he doesn't. So Gareth Leonard with a wow could be a chance at a birdie here. We re-roll white die. And it is a 4. That will be an easy birdie putt. He's going to use the blue chip to make it gimme. And he makes it. So Leonard jumps to -10, and so now we've got a log jam there. 3 behind. Aberley's also at that particular mark. He'll have control 3, 4, 5, par 4. And he's going to earn a red chip for a Gallery Groans. 3, he's not a master, so he's going to have a moderate putt for par. Needs a 1 to 5, and he's in there with it. Knocks it down to 11. And it'll be Summers. Summers will use a blue chip. He's going to take control of this hole one way or the other. He needs to roll the decider die to see if he needs to use the other one or another one. He doesn't, so he gets control of this. And he can just use the 1 chip, and he has another chip he can spend on the putt if he desires. Okay, 3, 6, 6, par 4. He is a shaper. He can't get a blue chip, but he's going to go with the green 3 on the gallery. Cheers. Hero or champion? He's a champion. Easy birdie putt. He will use the second blue chip. That will be gimme. And he will get back-to-back birdies unless they're 6s, and he doesn't. So up to -11, he is within striking distance now. Summers starting to heat up here on the back. Ji-Woon Ko. .45, he avoids the water, but he's going to be in the green side woods. And he's semi-master with the dot. Okay, he is a master. He'll have an easy putt for par. He'll avoid more trouble than that. Most likely. Sure enough. To 10. Wallace and Rodell. Wallace with double bogey, so it'll be Rodell this time. Even though he bogeyed, he will have control. Or not control, he will have the honor. And, yeah, he'll take a par here on a tough par 3. Justin Wallace, he's going to use a blue chip here to come off of his card 4, 5, 6 golf cam green. Par 3 and a 5. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. So it'll be an easy putt for par. No problems there. So now the leader, Rudy Wallace, and his playing partner, Danny Gallatin, at the 9th, par 5. Going to close out their front. Well, it's going to be 56. That is in the sand off the tee and a green 4. So par 5, and he is not sandy, so he will have an easy putt for par. Should emerge okay, and he does. So a 35, 1 under par on the front there for Wallace. He is still one ahead, unless Gallatin can come through with a birdie here. And it is a white 6. He has chips. Let's see. He will take another blue chip and accept his par. 9 pars on the front, and so we'll go to emerging contender now. Rudy Wallace, the leader, is 1 under par on his round, so that means we're going to roll twice. We're going to roll it twice, 2 D6s, and if it's in the teens either time, there would be an emerging contender that comes out from the back of the pack. You just have to decide who. And the first one is 66. That's not going to do it. And now the second one is 55. So no emerging contenders. And we still have 10 minutes, so let's try and narrow this down a little more. Try to keep it under an hour. Try and thin out the back end of this round. All you guys talking baseball, and I really don't have anything going on baseball. Part of me feels like I should, and part of me just wants to finish this up. So, okay, so we've got Messick and Aldrich. 15 is 4 degrees of course control. Difficult second shot to a green that's notorious for its double slope and ridged center, ringed by 3 deep bunkers. But these guys are going to go, and it will be a back-to-back birdies for Messick and back-to-back bogeys for Aldrich. So to 14, you got to watch out for out of bounds here. Dustin Emmerich, 3 back. This is in the way, and it's going to be 35. Oh, it's in the rough off the tee. But a green 1 is going to work well for him. He's not a workman. He's got a wow roll. He'll earn a blue chip. So we re-roll the white die, and that's a 2. That's going to be an easy birdie putt. He's going to try and hold on to the blue chip. He could get within 2 if he makes this 1 to 4, and it's in the hole. So Emmerich, 3 in a row, finding pay dirt here, and moves to minus 11. This is not a guy you want lurking around. He's jumped over Carson Rodell, who's had a forgettable front 9. Dave Little says to keep playing the golf, and Ken says he would talk soccer, but Jerry will go ballistic, and I understand. We're in America here, and Americans can only handle so much soccer, right? That's in the sand with his 3rd shot, Granbury. So on a par 4, so this is going to be a bogey chance probably. He's not sandy, so he's going to have a moderate bogey putt. 1 to 5 makes that, but he will drop to minus 8. So let me double check here. So he was 1 under on the front. Minus 8. Yep, Still -8. Okay, to 13. I believe, yes, the FedEx Cup was decided in real life. Justin Rose won it. Tiger won the championship. I assume you probably heard about that part of it, but Rose was the one that kind of got lost in the shuffle because I think he won $10 million. Soccer is it's for all people, not just communists. Come on, you know. So Gareth Leonard, 25, golf cam green. Don't get that on the course rolls very often. And green 1 on a par 3, challenging. No, hacker he's not, so he will get a clutch putt for birdie. He's semi-gold, and that would give him back-to-back birdies if he can make a 1-4. He gets it. So the old green die has been rolling true here lately, and he'll jump up there with Emmerich. So Summers, Leonard, Emmerich, all -11 with some less accomplished players ahead of them. Can they withstand the pressure? We may have to wait till Friday to find out. I'm going to finish out this go-around. So with a red chip, Rance Aberley, he's going to see if he can beg it off somewhere here along the way. He'll have control 144 par 4. He is a legend. He'll get a blue chip, which is going to knock that red chip out anyway. So gallery cheers. Green 1. Is he a champion? He is. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt, and this hole has worked out well for Mr. Aberley, unless he bottles his putt. He does not, and he will join the crowd at -11, just waiting for Gallatin and Wallace to implode. Actually, if you went and... What am I doing here? I messed up here somewhere. I hate it when that happens. So Emmerich... So Emmerich, and then we did Granbury. And what do we do with Granbury? I think I just didn't do Aberley the right way. Leonard got the birdie putt, yeah, and so I flipped that. So then Aberley rolled a 2. It was 144. So let's look at the par 3 instead. It's 144. Well, he is a champion. Easy putt for birdie. Well, so we rolled for a gimme. We can roll for an easy instead. I'm trying to remember what the roll was, but let's see. It's still good, so we'll give it to him. All right, there we go. That's an easy way to settle it. Actually, if I was going to, you know what, I got distracted because of the soccer bashing. If you were to follow European soccer and the leagues, it would probably be the least communist league you could ever find if you really would pay attention, because in America, leagues are welfare states. And basically, you can finish last and it doesn't really hurt you that much, because most of the leagues have revenue sharing anyway. So in Europe, you do that, and you might go into bankruptcy because you're going to drop a level or two. So here's Summers. So I probably won't convince any of you, but I figured I would give it a shot because that's the kind of guy I am, you know. I'm kind of a logical dude. 4 point. So first shot in the trees for Heath Summers. 3. He's not going to continue his back-to-back birdie streak. He's not a workman, so he will get an easy par putt. And that's good. Good for Summers. Yeah, I mean, it's fine to be a hater. I used to be a hater for soccer somewhat. I mean, not too much, but a little bit. I mean, we hate what we don't understand is kind of the... And it's also easy to hate it because you just don't really get to see a lot. Or, well, for a long time you didn't get to see a lot of it. You can see a good bit of it now. Ah, boy, if he was dynamic, he'd get a blue chip. Ko would, but instead it's going to be to the right now chart. Ko is neutral, but it's going to check if he's cold, so he's going to get a gimme birdie putt here. And so Ko should catch a break, and he does. So he will move to -10. We've got a nice little battle brewing here, especially if Wallace finds himself missing out on something. So Rodell, he's actually 3 back. He's the guy that you'd think would be maybe doing better than this. And on the semi-daunting hole, it's going to be 26. That'll be golf cam course. No dot, so it won't be not gonna hurt him here. 4 on a par 4. It'll be an easy putt for par. And he is in the clear there. Justin Wallace. Well, someone's here. Someone's here watching me. That's at least somewhat comforting. Knowing that there are other people around that deal with this kind of stuff, you know. All right, so 16 in the woods in 1, but this is going to turn out good for Wallace. He's not a workman, so he will have a wow roll and get another blue chip. And we'll see if he can find his way to a birdie here. 3, that'll be an easy birdie. He's going to use the blue chip to make it gimme. He's needing some stuff to advance, and he's going to do that. So I just nudged everything over. That's the way this leaderboard does me, and this is going to be our last hole of the night, as I've got to get to bed here soon. It will be Rudy Wallace. Also, just to show you, underneath this little thing is a semi-icon. Well, he had to drop a quality, and so that's the one. Well, he could have. I guess he could have dropped puny, but instead I had him drop icon, so semi-icon. Oh well. So at 10, Wallace, it's going to be 23 in the rough off the tee, green 5. This could be his, yeah, not a master. He's got a difficult putt for par here, actually made to double difficult because of the exclamation mark. Needs a 1, doesn't get it, so now he'll have a moderate bogey putt. And he makes that one, but Wallace will drop into a tie with Gallatin. Now let's see what Gallatin does here right before the break. Gallatin, he's got chips galore. He's going to use one, gain control, try to avoid the trash. 1-3-6. Can he turn a 2-shot swing here? Let's see. Is he hero or dynamic? Oh, he's not. He's semi-champion. He's not dynamic at all, so it'll go to golf cam green. Par 3-3. Is it challenging? No, he will get a clutch putt for birdie. He's semi-gold. he's going to use a second blue chip here, and it's going to make him full gold, and it's in the hole, so he doesn't earn a blue chip there, but he does ensure that he birdies, and he will. There is a 2-shot swing here at 10. He's going to take the lead at -13, going into the closing 8 holes for these leaders, and we'll come back to that tomorrow. So, you find it relaxing? Nice. Me too, because it can. I don't want to say it. It's just a very, very well-paced thing. Well-paced sport to sim, and the way that they do it, it's just. I wish I could show you more of the ins and outs of how we choose things, but you know, that's just kind of the way it goes. So we are. Danny Gallatin, the leader. Rudy Wallace -12. So Gallatin -13, Rudy Wallace -12. Aberle, Summers, Emmerich, Leonard, all ready to pounce if these guys can't hold it together. Big tournament here at Bethesda, the play version of Congressional. And then behind them you got Carson Riddell and Ji-Woon Ko. Starting to run out of time for them, but in any event, I can't get this thing turned around yet. Okay, there we go. Nah, if I have to stand back, then you're not going to be able to hear me as well. So, yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, man. I got this fan blowing just your eyes out my eyes, but yes, we've got 3 down to 8. So 8 and 7, 15, and 6 is 21, and 5, 26, and 7 is so 33. So 66 holes left to play for golfers here. So I will pick that up probably Friday night. Take another hour or so. If I can get, we'll see. Could be Thursday night, but I have stuff going on Thursday night, so that makes it kind of tough. So I'll sign off now. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching this. If you have any questions about how the game is played, where to get this game, what kind of add-ons are available or whatever, definitely go ahead and leave a comment. I could just put this stuff in the description, I suppose, but I don't know. I'm kind of lackadaisical about that. So, but all right. Good night, guys. Keep rolling, and see you soon. Thanks a lot.